Good evening, everyone. Once again, this is Frances Mahan, your host from A Journey into the Mind. We are going to speak about the mind tonight, but first, I'd like to share with you a beautiful part of nature. The goddess bought herself a flower, one of my favorite. As you can see, it is back here with Buddha where he prayed under the tree. As we are evolving as human beings, and evolution and technology is taking us into a realm of intellectual seeking insatiable nature, such as the neuroscience of the brain, artificial intelligence, and building technology for tomorrow, whether it is for the purpose of medical, technology, science, and maybe even religious, because who knows what we might discover about man and his capacity to become in tune with himself, more spiritual, more caring, more loving, and more compassionate. Have you ever been in a situation where you have a difficult time forgiving someone that antagonizes you, someone who is unable to forgive you for something you have done? Someone that takes 1, 2, 3, 30 years to forgive you, or maybe yourself. Did you know that the simple fact that one is unable to forgive or let go of resentment, hate, anger, fear, or any of those emotions that affect the cells in our body, retrieve our ability to grow and move forward, whether it is biologically, spiritually, and even at a neurological level of intelligence of the mind, the brain, and the way the entire body functions. Yes, why the entire body? Because when we act in such a way and we allow the subconscious mind to control our lovely emotion that should be nothing but about the fact of loving versus resentment, hate, anger, or any other feeling that is unhealthy, what we do is that we decrease our ability to enhance everything within ourselves, everything in our mind, in our well-being, in our way of thinking, and even the process of moving forward, allowing things to happen for us. Why? Isn't it a fact that our thoughts have energy? And if our thoughts have energy, what energy are we adhering when the thoughts are not positive, they're not loving, they're not of compassionate nature? We are inheriting negative thoughts, decreasing our ability to ascend into a higher level at every step of our life. Whether it is intellectually, physically, because from thinking in such unhealthy way, we can get sick, and that is not healthy for the body. And for thinking in such a way, it affects our spiritual being. Our faith is diminished. We don't have faith in ourselves, in God, in people, in anything. Nothing is coherent. Nothing is balanced. We are completely out of balance. On the other side, we have to build what I call today mental muscle. See, mental muscle, because unless we remain strong enough inside mentally to withstand everything that comes from the environment and even from our own old subconscious mind or whatever somebody did to us in the past, unless we're able to control all that, we cannot build the muscles in our mind to move forward and think for ourselves. Because if you do not understand the nature of forgiveness and letting go, you are not forgiving somebody else. You are forgiving yourself in order for you as an individual to move forward. See, I can attest to that. I was one of the most difficult people to accept apologies, to say I'm sorry, to let go of grudges and things people did to me. Today, however, that is not the case. But I have to fight my way through. I have to build mental muscle in order to do that. Let me give you a great example. When my father passed on, I had the most difficult time in my life. My emotional well-being as well as my subconscious well-being were both in turmoil. Nothing was coherent. I was out of place. I was at a point where I had a nervous breakdown. Yes, I went through a very harsh lesson in order to understand the process of how letting go is actually healthy, not for others, but for the self, for the individual. Because until you learn to let go, everything affects. Everything has meaning. Everything is something, when in essence, it's nothing. Let people out there act. Let them send messengers. Let them use technology as a form of science and interpretation to try to boggle your mind and deter your dream, your purpose, your spiritual well-being, your happiness, you yourself as you are. Let them do all that. Because as long as you, the individual, remain calm, nothing is going to boggle, deter, or get in the way of achieving what you want and desire in life. See, let's say, for example, you buy a course, you buy a house, you buy a car, and an incident happens where somebody takes money away from you, somebody promises something but they don't deliver. What good is it going to do to you to fight them, to battle against them, to use words, to use gesture, to send messages, to send emails, anything as such? Guess what? The more you build, the more you multiply against you, the person. Let it go, because that which you let go will multiply in a better way for you. Just the fact that your energy is positive and what you sent out was positive, it will come back to you as a positive energy. Let go of those who antagonize, are unforgiving, or even yourself if you are one of those people that have those feelings and emotions inside of you. No, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but I'm telling you how I used to live my life, and today, thanks God, I build these muscles in my mind, because without it, the honest truth is, I would have gone crazy. It's crazy. Your mind just keep going. It just keep functioning. It just keep thinking. And it isn't so much that we allowed our thoughts to control ourselves. It's just, how is it that a minute thing that somebody does to you, you allow your emotional well-being to boil up and get out of place? See, it is in a moment of silence when you retrieve yourself from the chaos of the world and anything anyone does to you, that your power within is built. I call it mental muscle, because you have built the ability to control yourself, and it is all about you, not about the other person. It is not about what somebody does, what they say, how they antagonize you, how do they want to destroy your environment. You just sit quiet and listen to that inner voice that tells you and have told you once before to be careful how you approach certain people, certain situations, and certain circumstances. Because in it is the deep truth of what you are seeking for to connect with. Yes. See, it is within your intuition that you find the truth. But when we allow ourselves to ignore that gut feeling that we have inside of us, we are bound to learn some harsh lessons. And trust me, I did. I lived through a lot of pain. But then on the other side, imagine for someone else to hold a grudge on you, to be angry, to be resentful, to not like what you're doing and constantly harass you for what you're doing, for what you say, for what your ideologies are, for what you believe in, for how you're moving forward, for how you're progressing, for how you have changed. Because trust me, when you change, people are not ready for you to change, especially emotionally, mentally, and with strong muscles. Imagine how they live their life. What an agony. What kind of life can anyone who holds such emotional feelings inside of them and in their subconscious mind? Because believe it or not, somehow at a subconscious level, someone has got to be pretty tortured by the fact that whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, to do to someone else, is so unhealthy, of such unhealthy nature, such as getting even, sending messengers, saying things on Facebook. You know, today's social media is very, very antagonizing. It's a good way of communication, but it's also antagonizing. People are capable of saying whatever they want to say, the F word with signs behind them and in front of them, or whichever way they want to relay a message to someone that they do not appreciate what they say or the comments they make. That's okay. Allow them to express themselves. It is your life as you want it. You are entitled to express yourself. However, I am also entitled to receive that with common decency or appreciate it from the origin which is coming from and let it go. Because whether it is for me or not, it matters not. It matters not. My muscles are strong enough to withstand that and more. Imagine what it can do at a cellular level for someone to feel those feelings. It can create illness, diseases, alcoholism, dependency, anger, attachment, all kinds of unhealthy emotional feelings on the other side, only because someone is unable to control their past engrams that are still bringing some energy into their mind, and they're allowing it to go and move with it forward, to say and do things that they shouldn't be doing to others. How sad. To control yourself and to have mental muscle is to be able to, no matter what happened on the outside, to remain calm, composed, be able to accept what comes and let it go. And that implies from either side. Of course, there are circumstances that are very drastic and very painful, such as a situation of a divorce or something drastic, or physical abuse, even sexual abuse. In those circumstances, it is difficult and hard to let go of those emotions. But believe me, there is no greater reward in life that when you finally decide to let go of those feelings and become a free person. A free person by the fact that no matter what happens, and every time those thoughts come around, you as an individual are capable mentally to control these thoughts, those feelings and those emotions, and say, this is over, this is past, this is my life today, and this is how I intend to live my life from today on. Because it is up to me as an individual to be happy, to control my emotions, to let go of the past, to stop whatever is happening outside my surrounding and say, I am in control. My mental muscles and my internal silence power is in control, not my subconscious mind that is going to go there and deter with that person and go at a battle between you and them. The beauty of silence is so powerful. Take, for example, look at Buddha. When you look at this, doesn't he look serene? Doesn't he look quiet? Doesn't he look composed? Doesn't he look like something that can never, ever move? All because the concentration of the mind is so powerful that no matter what's going on the outside, nothing deters the physical. So imagine what it can do to the mental. Nothing can touch it. Nothing. This is how mental muscles are built. Let the world be in chaos. Let the world go crazy and try to deter who you are. However strong you are, you must remain calm, peaceful, and able to allow whatever it is and let it be. Like I say, goddess know what to say when she has to say something. Allow yourself not to say anything if you don't have to. And whatever you say it with kindness and compassion. Because however the outside is coming to you with negative force, does not have to influence you, your thoughts, who you are, and how you think, or how you react as an individual. It's been a pleasure, as usual, to relate to you how to build mental muscle from a journey into the mind and the capacity and power of the mind. A power that is within all of us to control ourselves, our emotions, how we respond to the outside world, no matter what people say to us, no matter what people do. It is all up to you, the individual. We control how we think, what we say, how we react, and how we feel. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Good night and have a wonderful weekend.